Welcome to week 12, and in this assignment or this project we're going to show you how to find the true size and shape of an oblique plane. And we've been doing this so far for the last couple weeks, and last week's project, you remember that on the top and front, even on the right side, we at least had a horizontal line or a vertical line to make reference off of. Well, what happens when you don't have that? Like this situation here, here's the front view, different angles, here's the top view, different angles, kind of a weird setup. I'll show you how to do that. There's a couple steps involved, and of course I've got the text. There's a step-by-step procedure in your on your Blackboard site, and you can open that up in week 12 to reference this, but I'll show you how to do that. First thing you do is hit your line, and you're going to come in here your front view, and you're just going to come straight across. Before we always had a horizontal or vertical line. Well, I want to make me a horizontal line. It's easier to make horizontal lines to do true shape with. And I'll come across here and catch that point. I'll bring it straight up here, catch this point, and I want to come straight over to this point. Now, I'm just going to throw me up a line here, and I want to extend this line to it, and then I want to make this line perpendicular to this. And you can do that by going to your parametric tools, hitting your perpendicular button. Make sure you pick this line first, because this is going to be my fold line that I want to fold this over on. So click this, and of course I'm just going to extend this line to that. So that's good and perpendicular. I'm just going to cancel that out so you can't see that. Now at this point we have everything set up exactly the way that we want it, and basically we've got this will be my plane that I'm going to use, and we're going to try to find a fold plane so that we can get our true shape off of it. So far we took this, we folded it up, we got this, come over here, we've got this line. So I want to do first an aligned dimension. I want to catch this, or not an align, I just need to do a regular linear. I want to catch this point to this point, come out here, and I got 5.3561, hit my offset, 5.3561, enter, come up here, and I want to offset that to that point, just like that, and I come up here to my line, I catch this point, I want to come out here, and I want to hit this line perpendicular. Before I do it, I want to make sure I've got this line stretched out far enough so that it'll work. So hit line, and I'm just going to extend this line out, just so I'm positive I'm being perpendicular here with this line that I'm coming in with. And then I'll do the same thing to this little point right there. We'll hit perpendicular, catch that point, and then alright, that looks pretty good. What you want to do is come from this point, and you're going to hit this point, just like that. Now, all you have to do is just extend that line on over to meet this point, and there you have it. There is your line that you're going to fold off of. This has got this thing all lined up, so I can just use a fold plane, flip it over, and get my true shape off this line right here. So let's go ahead and do that at this point. I'm just going to I want to trim some of this stuff up so I don't have so much junk going on here. Well, I thought it would. Alright, here we go. Okay. Now, basically I want to offset this down. It doesn't matter. I just throw any number on there just to get it off of that point. And I'm going to take now and get me a dimension. Now, this right here, this line right here, I want to have another line that's perpendicular up in here and take my dimensions off of. And I'm just going to throw me a line in here. I want to catch that point because that's what we use as a reference. And I'm just going to extend it. I'm just going to use that line just to extend to. Again, this right here is my main line that I used when I brought my horizontal across to get this thing revolved around. I come up again, use my parametric perpendicular, catch this line to this line, makes it perpendicular, but what happened was it moved it. If you'll notice, it moved that line. So I'm going to click on it, back to my home, hit my move button, and I'll just do like a midpoint or something on that. I'll catch it and I'll bring it right back in here and catch it just right there. And then I'll get my dimensions off of it. Of course, it'll be an aligned dimension from there, and I'm going to snap it perpendicular to that line, so I'll make sure I got everything just right. Alright, for this one here, we're going to move out 7.9 or 7.3956, just an offset. 7.3956, enter. Offset this one off, and of course that offset would be to this point, so I want to take this, catch that point, and bring it down here to this one, do a perpendicular, which it should snap right there, will be fine. And we'll take from this point right here, that would be coming off this point. We'll bring it right in here and perpendicular it to this line. So right there, there's 1 point, 2 point. Then the last point we can get by doing us another aligned dimension, which we got that one. We got that. We're going to come off this point. We'll come off of this one here, perpendicular against that. 9.5186 offset. 9.1 or 9.5, I'm sorry. 186, enter that in. Boom, boom, puts it down there a little further. You're going to take this line here and extend to this. Or I'm sorry, not this line. You're going to catch this line right there, and we're going to bring it down, and let's make sure that's going to hit perpendicular to this. Alright, and then that right there was your next point, so you'll have that point to that point to that point, and then we'll delete off all these little lines that we don't need, and there is the true shape of this oblique plane in these orthographic multi-views.